decipher between what is clean and unclean, none of the rest is going to follow. You're not going to have peace. And so many people do not have peace today. There are so many people that do not have peace. Everybody's in an uproar. Everybody's looking for peace, but everybody's at war. Because what? Right here. That tongue. Gentle. How can you be gentle? For some reason, I notice, even in my unkosher, just driving. Like out here in Bogart, if you don't put it to the floor and cut somebody off, you're never going to get in Bogart.
If you're turning left.
I'm serious. I remember when we first got back here, the road was also pretty nice, and I am just going real slow down here by Bogart. And someone needs to make a left-hand turn. And so I leave a little space. Out he comes with that big four-wheel drive truck, thinking that he can, just because it's four-wheel drive, he can do anything he wants. Next thing you know, he's going sideways in the road, cutting me off. You know? And I was going slow enough, lucky I slammed on my brakes. But you know, there's no gentle, ready to obey. That's why people aren't ready to. You know, Sean and I have a lot of discussions, and we can't figure out. You show people the truth. Why can't they get it? Because if they can't decipher between the clean and unclean, they're not going to get this ready to obey. See, this is a building process. If you don't get the first step, you're not gonna get it. It's like a wrestling move. What we do, because I used to coach wrestling, you break it down. Okay, this is the move. You do it real quick. But you stop and you do it slow motion. There's many steps to that move. I only did it quick because the steps came natural. I practiced it a zillion times over. Dan Gable was the first American to win the wrestling Olympics. What did he do? For 7 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 7 years. 7 hours, 7 days a week, for 7 years, he practiced his moves. Over and over and over and over. Okay? Why do we do these? Do we get these feasts right? Do we get the Seder meal always perfect? No. But as we practice them, it draws us closer to God. That's what Yeshua wanted. Yeah. He wanted obedience.
Grow us into maturity.
Yes. He would rather have obedience. All right? It's going to lead to obedience. When you decipher between the clean, you're going to have shalom. You're going to be gentle. I'm working on that part too. You're going to be ready to obey. You're going to be ready to obey. Filled with compassion. That's why there's no compassion today for believers with other believers. There's no compassion. Okay? There's so many things that I'm seeing that the Lord showed me right in front of my face. You know, you got to hand it here. Yes, they don't agree with us here, but this is the only place I can get. No other pastor wants to open up their place to us. Where's the compassion for other believers? Yeah. There ain't any. Where's the compassion to helping the poor out? Well, they ought to just get a job. Well, if you don't take the mark and you lose your job someday, that's going to come back to bite you, isn't it? Why don't you just get a job? Right? Okay? You see? Ready to obey, filled with compassion, and good fruits. If you don't have this, you're not going to have good fruits. Where are our good fruits? You can preach 100,000 sermons on this, but where are your good fruits? You know? Well, you know, the pastor wants to see good fruits in everybody. Well, if the pastor doesn't decipher between the clean and unclean, you can't expect the flock to be clean. If the shepherd's not clean himself, how can you expect the sheep to be clean? Okay, we can't. Now, I'm not trying to dismiss and throw them all out. I'm trying to work with them. But it gets difficult at times. Okay? Without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in shalom by those who make shalom. Okay? So it's shown. The fruit of righteousness. Nobody has any peace nowadays. Nobody has any shalom. Because they're not sowing any righteousness. We're not backstepping. Okay, let's stop. This 2020 has revealed a lot